Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. My goal is to give you a message that your ancestors have for you at this very moment. The first thing that I want to do is shuffle out one major arcana from the Magical Dogs Tarot to see what major part of your life your ancestors want to address. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram. The links to those are in the description. Okay, so we have a Chariot, which I felt like saying with an accent where the R's are rolled, so like a Latin accent or something like that. But the Chariot here, I am picking up on the Empress for sure as well. This Chariot is talking about how much control you have over your life, whether you're in the driver's seat or if your mind and your fears are in the driver's seat. This definitely gives a strong energy of standing in your power. I'm also picking up on the Magician, and the 7 here is a reminder that you are in the preparation phase of receiving. As you gain more and more confidence in yourself, as you trust yourself and believe in yourself more, you know, that just the potential to gain, to reap what you sow, it just grows. So now I'm going to use the Secrets of Tarot cards to look deeper into this. If I can get a card. The Emperor. Wow. That's interesting considering I was feeling the Empress and the Magician. A bell could be significant. But this Emperor is about your ability to create, you know, seeing 222, first and foremost, stability for yourself and security. But then also beyond that, just creating in general. The 222, I'm also picking up on Temperance. A lot of tarot cards coming through. I just heard something about archetypes. But, what was I going to say? Oh, the 222. There is an emphasis here on your mental health. But there's also like a bigger picture here of generally removing things from your life that don't serve you, but it starts deep within with your mental health, the way that you view yourself, the way that you view the world, and stuff like that. I also feel called to talk about the less self-confidence you have, the scarier the world seems. Your perception seems very, very important here. And I'm also picking up on the Sun. The 4, if you see 444, this is a message, or at least for me, about your, hey, stop. She has an attitude. But I just saw 333. I guess it happens for a reason, getting distracted with the cat. With your foundation, overcoming the situation that you're in, that's really going to help you change your perspective on yourself and the world. I'm really feeling that's what you need right now. Give me a second. Hey. Come on. Come on. She gets offended when you tell her not to do something. But yeah, that's pretty much the energy of the Emperor. Your foundation, stability, and security are very strongly being highlighted here. It's like you're being called to have a more stable foundation, so that way you have something to work with when it comes to expanding even more in your life, if that makes sense. You just need a good foundation, and to have a good foundation, you have to have a good foundation of your foundation. So that is just a message that you need to have control over your thoughts, so that way you can have control over your reality. We have the World with number 21, also rolling down to a number 3, so there could be some pretty strong wisdom that you're gaining here. You could label it as occult or divine, or something like that, you're seeing a lot of the unseen. Not that you didn't before, but it's like you're seeing things even deeper. And the world here, there's definitely a huge closure in your life being highlighted here. And I really feel like this is, how do I put this into words? I just think this is closure about why the world is the way it is, why your childhood was the way it was, or is the way it is, it just depends. Why your parents were the way they were, why your siblings were the way they were. There's a lot of whys here, a lot of answers and explanations that come with this world closure type of energy. Definitely along the way, especially paired with spirituality, you're going to have a lot of spiritual awakenings, and you're going to gain a lot of wisdom. And this does make your purpose, the idea of your purpose, come through very, very strongly, overcoming this difficult situation by facing your fears. You're going to know where you're meant to be. The Justice card. First, can we just recognize that all of these cards are Major Arcana cards? This comes down to a 2, so again, focusing on your mental health, finding balance by starting within. You might have saw the cat in the corner, I'm not sure. She's getting curious. She's so distracting. But this Justice, I always interpret this card as bringing justice to yourself, balancing the scales by finding this closure, releasing your fears, and gaining that wisdom that you need to know where you're meant to be in life, to know what purpose you're meant to be pursuing. There are ideas of feeling lost and confused, and there's a message here about how it's possible to get out of that darkness. The Justice, yeah. I interpret this as bringing justice to yourself, finding this closure. You really do have the power to do that, especially if you are aware of your emotions and your sensitivity. It's your openness and willingness that's powerful here, something about that. I think with this Justice card under the Chariot, standing in your power, it's really going to help things fall into place, fall into balance. Libra might be significant. And here's the Empress. I already mentioned how I was picking up on this earlier. So yeah, just double confirmation, or triple, since we have the Emperor here. A lot of confirmation here around the idea of standing in your power and gaining more control over your life. You're being reminded that fears are just fears, and they can be overcome. This also brings another 3, 2. You're really, really being called to look inward, to find your answers, to see the truth in yourself, in your environment, and in the world, and the universe as a whole. There's definitely some deep truths that can be discovered here. I did just now pick up on the Moon and the High Priestess, so definitely something here about traversing through your inner darkness and really discovering why you don't have any faith in yourself, or you don't trust yourself when you should, you know? There's definitely something here about maybe childhood trauma or something like that, PTSD, that where you weren't raised in the way that you should have been. Seeing 222. This is definitely a call to reparent yourself. Yeah. We have the Lovers. All of these cards are Major Arcana, so pretty much your ancestors are screaming at you to gain more control in your life, over your life, to find peace, to accept the past and stop trying to control the future. They really, really want you to be in that temperance type of energy. They want you to be where you're meant to be. The Lovers here, I got flashed like Egyptian imagery from these cards, so that could be significant. Maybe the sun could be significant, which is funny because it's on the table. But the Lovers, yeah, that sun energy is coming through very strong. But the Lovers is about committing to yourself. I think that's what your ancestors want you to learn how to do. And what it means to commit to yourself is to commit to being open to accepting things that you can't control and changing your perspective in a way where you focus on what you do have, so that way trying to find a way out of tricky or challenging situations is a lot easier. I'm definitely feeling like judgment energy, of course, and more attentive, more alert, more aware. Maybe something here about your instincts. Yeah, you can definitely gain a lot of closure, peace, tranquility, all that good stuff by improving your self-confidence and looking at where you underestimate and doubt yourself. And there's something coming through about who were you before they told you who to be. I'm definitely feeling something here about learning how to just be yourself and to not give a shit about what people think of you. I just saw 432. So that's a message to trust that things happen in the way that they're meant to, exactly the way that they're meant to. Any challenging experiences you have, they're not personal. They're meant to help you grow. And it contributes to a much larger picture, much, much larger. Alright. And to wrap up this reading, we're going to use the Ancestor Spirit Oracle to just get a few more messages. Yeah. We have Connect with Water, Ocean, Water Spirits, and Hydrate. Speaking of hydrate, I want to drink water. Okay, so Connect with Water. I immediately get the message of connecting with your emotions. I mean, this could be a more literal thing. Perhaps water does help you feel at peace or is really beneficial for you. Like the energy of it, not necessarily, take it as it resonates. But I am picking up connecting with your emotions, accepting your inner Empress. You know, we all have an inner Empress. I just saw 555, and we all have an external Emperor energy. This is what's going on the inside. This is what's going on the outside. That Emperor. There's definitely something here, like your inner world reflects your outer world. If there's chaos on the inside, there's going to be chaos on the outside. If there's peace on the inside, there's going to be peace on the outside. So really, you get to choose, somewhat at least, how challenging this is. I'm hearing something about fighting the universe every step of the way. It's only challenging if you make it challenging, if you stay stubborn. There is a need here to be more accepting of your more emotional and sensitive side, because, you know, you deserve it. Everyone does. And society is just effed up, okay? There's just a lot of power in connecting with your emotions. And I don't know what else to say about that. Just connect with your emotions more and learn how to be more comfortable and accepting of them. Learn how to love yourself unconditionally with this Lover's energy. Don't beat yourself up just because other people do, you know? The ocean, of course, that can be significant for you in some way. Water spirits, if you have like a spiritual connection with water, that, oh no. I don't know if you heard that, but there was conflict with the kitties outside my door. So there could be something here about conflict and how somehow water, or what the energy of water, could help And then hydrate, of course, is to drink more water. Or it could be a much broader message of taking care of your physical body, treating it like a temple, just like you would the earth, I guess, if you're an environmentalist or something like that. But now we have explore your creative side with visualize, paint, and record, or record, whichever way you want to take that. Exploring your creativity is really good for when you're feeling so much that you don't know how to put how you feel into words. Imagery can be powerful. Especially with connecting with your emotions, your creative side is really going to come out that way. Don't be afraid to explore the ways in which you can express yourself in creative ways or artistic ways. It doesn't even have to be artistic, just whatever way you need to express yourself that you're being called to do that. Visualize. There could be something here about visions, like a spiritual gift type of thing. I'm also picking up on like a visionary type of energy. It's like you're being asked to imagine where you want to be. Just visualize the future for yourself, a future that you want for yourself, and then find a way to get there. I'm hearing there's always a way out, especially if you're willing to look for it. It may not be as obvious at first, but it'll become more clearer and clearer the more that you release your fears. Paint, of course, that could be a specific type of artistic way to express yourself. And record. Maybe you record music or you record videos. There could be something about being creative in that way. And I'm going to take it the other way as well with record. There could be something here about documents. I'm seeing 1010, so that's a message that all of your spirit guides are here to support you. I'm not surprised to see a 1010 message in this reading because of all of these major arcanas. They're literally, it's not just your ancestors that are screaming at you. There's just a lot of encouragement and support from the other side. Yeah, tune in and connect with nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. Okay, so a lot of information coming through with this card. So tune in and connect. That's just, extra confirmation that your spirit guides in general do want to communicate with you. And also there's a message about how the more fears that you release, the louder your inner voice will become. I'm really, really picking up on that High Priestess energy, especially with this purpley, blue, indigo, whatever type of color. I'm thinking of the third eye, the crown chakra. Definitely a very psychic type of energy with this card. Nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. I'm really, really feeling, pay attention to the signs that your spirit guides are trying to show you or communicate with you. Maybe there's some signs that you don't fully understand. Like, okay, so what might happen is the universe will show you a sign over and over again, like say the number 23, they'll show you it over and over again, and you have no idea what it means. In the moment you don't, but in the future you will. Just pay attention and take note, pretty much. But yeah, that is the end of your reading. I hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. This is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. And if you'd like, feel free to leave any comments. I'd love to hear any that you have. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.